Hey guys, my name is Mark from Jazz Guitar Lessons and welcome to this video on how to make the changes while playing standard chord progressions. Pretty simple. This aligns itself with my approach I've been teaching, which is stages on learning and practicing jazz standards, which means there's a separate video for each and then there's an introduction for that, which means everything is foundational to the next step. The idea here is to understand that everything you do on a standard is just to approach it from a different angle. Of course play the chords, of course play a chord melody, of course play the arpeggio, of course play the this, the that, the that. And in this video right now, I want to show you an approach to making the changes that is a total no-brainer. That is actually two notes. Why do people say jazz is complicated? Jazz is not complicated, right? So you will go and find out. By the end of this video, I will convince you that the best means of making the changes is to actually target something. That's it. I will not try to convince you, but I'll tell you that if you're looking at a chord and hitting it and going, oh, it's F sharp major 7, then the chord hits and then you're trying to play your arpeggio on it, or you're trying to play a bunch of licks, or you're trying to play a scale, then I'm going to tell you this is not the approach that will be the most conducive to quick results if you don't know how to solo jazz yet, all right? Down the line, it's important to learn arpeggios and chords. Of course, there's a place for that. But right now, I don't want my students to mow the lawn while their house is on fire, right? If you're wondering whether you should use melodic minor or harmonic minor on this whatever 7 flat 9 chord while you can't keep up the form in the previous stages, well, go back and watch your previous videos. Should be either in the YouTube playlist or here, accessible in the description below as a mini course or whatever. So check this out. The best mean, without further ado, to outline the changes is to put the 3rd degree of the chord on beat 1, to put it in a register that's friendly to guitar, namely somewhere in the middle of the guitar, like here. I like here. It's pretty cool. Not all the way here, not here, not here, not there. Here. And then to make sure that this happens on beat 1 once the chord is changing. That's your first stage. I'll give you an example. I'll be the bass player and the melody player at the same time, all right? So the tune is, again, Autumn Leaves. All right, that song. So the first chord is A minor 7. So what I want to do is play the 3rd, so A, B, C. The 3rd is C natural. And look at that, it's part of the chord. Fun, right? And then I want to play the C on the beat 1 and play the bass at the same time. It's going to sound like a Bach fugue or something, but I'll do this through the form through a few bars. Ready? A 1, a 2, a 2, a 3, a 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Sorry, guys. Let me do another round to make up. Okay, now I did other stuff around it just to show that if you have that down and your beat is good, what you can do is simply approach that note from above. I recommend from above. And you'll see why in a moment, because teachers will tell you, target on the 3rd and 7th, 3rd and 7th. I'm like, no, forget this, target the 3rd. Because if you do your job well and you approach a 3rd from above and the chords are cycling, which they often are, by the way, they're always cycling in the cycle of fourths, you're going to get the 7th for free. Look at that. 7th of E. That's a 7th of A minor. I don't want to get too much into the theory of this, but if you really do your job well and you target from above, the 7th of the previous chord will always resolve nicely. Okay, that said, I will do a round with my metronome, and I'm gonna shut up, and I'm not even gonna play a single chord. I'm just gonna play beat 4, sorry. Beat 4 has 1 note above, and beat 1 is the 3rd of each chord. Check this out, it's magic, it's pure magic. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Often I play this to students and they go like, what do you do? What's that? It's like, well, I'm just resolving to the 3rd. Like, why the 3rd? Well, If you pick any other tone, like the 5th or the 7th or the 9th, you're not going to get as much juice. That said, of course, down the line, learn to resolve to the 9ths and the 3rds and the 5ths, and of course, but the best bang for your buck, for your time, you're going to get 90% of the benefits by targeting the 3rd. Okay, if you get good at this, like really, really good, where you want to go next is to approach each 3rd by 3 approaches from above. So you're here, set it up, and go back up. 1, 2, 3. So go. Sorry about that. Da, da, da. What you're going to wind up doing is actually just ascending the scale. Point being, if you do it well, ultimately you're just ascending the scale through the chords. You can do this in quarter notes, you can do it in triplets, you can do it in 8 notes, doesn't matter. But my privileged approach for students on the Jazz Guitar Accelerator is really to use 3-note approaches as quickly as possible on changes. Meaning, we're not learning licks, we're not saying this fits that chord, this fits. We're learning the mechanisms, we're learning the rules of engagement, so that when you get confronted with new chord changes, you can do the same thing. It's not about doing a specific plug-and-play voicing or lick on the minor 7 flat 5. It's not, no. Let's look at the minor 7 flat 5. Oh, you're playing Autumn Leaves, it's F sharp minor 7 flat 5. Cool. What's the 3rd of that? F, G, A. Okay, it's some sort of an A. I look at my voicing from my first stage. Remember, oh, there's an A here. Okay, so it's an A. What do? I want to put the A right on beat 1. Backtrack a little bit so that my beat 1 is my target note. And then if I do that well, the change, making the change to the chord from one chord to the next will be clearly outlined. Like magic. Look at that. Target the thing you want to target. Step it up from above, target into it. That's it. Okay, so that's your 4th stage for standards. Again, I run a small group of students called the Jazz Guitar Accelerator. If you're interested in finding out about it, book a call, link in description, it's totally free of charge. You can work directly with me. We do a whole bunch of fun things, group calls, one-on-ones, video reviews, all sorts of stuff. And my point with this video series, which this is the 4th stage, is really to show you that there exists a replicable approach to playing on standards. So I'll just recap the first 4 stages and link here to the description, to each video and description and to the playlist. The point is, at first you're going to find voicings that work. Then you're going to play those in time. Then you're going to play a melody, a chord melody that makes the melody shine. And then as the 4th stage, what you're going to do is learn to outline these changes. Autumn Leaves will have a pretty easy time because the 3rd happens to be the melody note as well. But on more harder tunes, this still applies. And you just have to step up, put your 3rd on beat 1 and do the work. Easier said than done, I know. I have full compassion and empathy for you that are trying to do this. On that note, I will let you go. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed these videos. I will see you soon on the channel here, Jazz Guitar Lessons, and on the website with hundreds of vlogs and videos about scales, arpeggios, about songs, comping, voice leading, harmony, etc. Okay? I will see you soon on the website. Thanks, guys. Enjoy.